This one's really interesting because I'm really curious to see your take on it.
Uh-oh.
What traits do we all share that has driven us to our current levels of success?
The first one that just like popped into my relentlessness.
Yep.
That just like instantly popped into my head because the ability to pivot and just keep going and just stay at something.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something we all just make it happen relentlessly.
Yeah.
That's the first word that popped into my head. I'm gonna have to think about it more now.
Now you go and then I'll think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So then it's like, well, where does that come from?
Yeah.
And I think it's just whether it's curiosity, whether it's naivety or overconfidence, or I don't know what it is. I think it's more curiosity and experimentation is fun for us.
Yeah.
Just like willing to try shit even if it doesn't work.
Yeah. That a little bit Delulu. Like we definitely have a little bit of that. But I think because we all are so self-confident, we come together, we're like this fucking transformer that like goes together, and we all believe in ourselves and each other so much that it's like, even if it doesn't work out, what's the worst that can happen?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that ability to, I can't say there's no fear because we feel the fear and we still do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have similar actually, we don't have similar personalities.
Do in some ways, but definitely not in others.
Yeah. Different characteristics, but similar personalities.
Yeah. I think the values thing is the main part. Like
Yeah.
if that's the personality, like all our values align pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think honestly, the person that asked this question actually had a chat in a coaching call with him yesterday about just like how we ended up with 15 coaches was just, we had 2 dudes in the gym that we liked that were doing shit that were had either given or were about to give notice. And we were just like, you're doing this fucking wrong. Like, do it this way. Come and work with us for a bit. We'll help you out. And then it worked.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, that's interesting. What could we do with that?
Yeah.
Oh, let's make this. That, and then it's like, well, these 8 parts of that thing worked, and these 6 were fucking shit.
Yeah.
So let's keep that, and let's do another version, and then let's do another version. And like,
there's no end game. Like we all just, it sounds so cliche. I hate myself for this, but like we all just want to be better.
yeah,
We just want to do better, and there's no end game to that. And what that looks like, when I started here over a year and a half ago, still can't believe it's only been a year and a half, but also how the fuck has it already been a year and a half? We didn't imagine that what we're doing now is where we would be.
yeah.
Like,
we hadn't even had a discussion about gyms yet.
No, like
Now we have 3.
right? Like, yeah, everything just looks completely different, but it's like we are aware of our weaknesses and we lean into our strengths.
Yeah,
We all lean into our strengths, and we all have different strengths, and I think that helps as well. We have similar personalities, but you guys never looked for a cut, copy and paste of yourselves.
yeah,
And me learning that I didn't have to be a copy and paste of you guys, and us understanding our own strengths and how to lean on each other for weaknesses
and like
is probably the biggest thing that's helped us catapult as well.
that was a huge lesson we had to learn early, because Jason and I used to, everything we did the same.
Yeah.
So when we had coaches, it was like, you get a coach, I get a coach. You get a coach, I get a coach. You present, I present. You like,
Yeah.
It was like, you're doing half the work and I'm doing half of the work. As soon as we were like, actually,
Let's do different.
you're really good at this and you're really good at this. If we both just do those things, we'll be much more efficient at doing the thing, and both of us will be happier. And like that fucking changed everything. And then you've come in with another dynamic that you're good at other stuff. It's like, you don't have to, like you said, be a copy of each other.
Yeah.
Just being able to sit in and be like, this is what I'm really good at, and executing it. I think the hard part is like when you're coming up, you have to be everything.
Yes. every trainer listening is like, well, I don't have that because I'm my own fucking accountant.
Correct. And like, but eventually you get to the point where you can outsource, and whether you go into partnership and stuff. Like I get asked all the time, like, how did you find a partner? I'm like, dude, I can't even tell you.
It truly is they find you situation.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're trying to force things to fit. Like, it's like that's what do people say? Like, whenever you're looking for a partner, like, yes, you've obviously got the awareness that you want to be with somebody, but most great success stories are like, well, I didn't expect it to happen then or in this way.
Yeah.
And like, that's often how it happens. Like, you can't force it because that's when your relationship falls apart because you're only looking for the good things.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention to the rest of it. It's like the same deal with business partnership.
And like, Jason and I weren't even that good of friends.
No. Well, I don't know, but.
Yeah. Sure. When we started working together, we did collab stuff together, and we didn't hang out on weekends.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was just, we was totally different. I still had my circle of friends. He had his circle of friends, and we were not from the same place.
Yeah.
Over time, that turned into a friendship. But like, yeah, people come and they're like, oh, was it because you were friends, or was it like, how did you pick? It was just like, we just did shit together, and it worked really well.
Yeah.
And his skill set complemented my skill set, and vice versa. So it just flowed.
Yeah.
And then I think like with the carbon copy thing, is a mistake we made coming through, was like, we've had other people in similar positions to you in the past that we tried to create, like, we would say like, fuck, I wish we could clone ourselves. And then we're like, cool, this person's experienced and we think they've got what it takes to do all the thing, go do it. And it just fucking fell on its ass.
Yeah.
Because they probably weren't just doing what they liked and what they were good at so instead, someone coming in and it's just like, we just want you to be you. Do you really well, because that'll do really well for everything else, and just allow that to happen. But yeah, to coming back to the actual question, I think curiosity to see if stuff will work.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have nothing valuable to add. That's just kind of it. Trust that, curiosity without being outcome focused.
Yeah. It's funny. We did the episode that came out last week. Jason and I were like, what would you do if you started again? And we both built face-to-face businesses online. Like, when I say built, like, this is what we would do. And I was telling Amy about it, and I was like, fuck, sometimes it's tempting to just, because it would have been working like 6 hours a day, 4 days a week.
Going back to face-to-face.
Yeah. So
I think about it.
Half face-to-face, some online, and just only doing that. And I was like, I said to my wife, like, yeah, wouldn't be so bad. She was like, you'd fucking hate it in like 5 months. Because you would have like clocked it, and that you'd just be insatiably bored.
Do you know how this will be like? I mean, we're on Learn now. I'll talk to you about it later. I've like already pre-planned for when we open our gym.
Yeah.
What my side hustle coaching business is going to
be. Yeah.
I've already got a coaching business, but I've already planned a second one to capitalize on the fact that I'm going to have a face-to-face location.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I get a second shot at it because I'm going to have to be on.
Yeah, on the floor.
Yeah, boots on the ground again, which I'm really excited about.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I'm going to change this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something different. I'm like, I need to speak to you guys.
Yeah.
But getting to redo it. But yeah, I would be so bored otherwise. Like if we weren't building a gym and building a business and having that external role.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You'd do it for a little bit and be like, I actually can't earn more money right now.
Yeah.
I need to put my time elsewhere.
Yeah, I'd be like talking to the managers. So like, how do I buy this place?
Yeah.
Or like, how do I manage all of the other PTs for you? Like just, there'd be other.
Did you say you were a franchise?
Yeah. Just, I couldn't stay still that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's the one. Like just have a dysfunction where you have an inability to stay in one spot
and only do one role.
Yeah.